This river has a different color. Is poop water back in City Skylines too? In my last week's Dev Diary review, the poop water was even featured in the thumbnail. So there we have it, Poop River is confirmed. This Monday is the Dev Diary on maps and themes. I mentioned this in the first Dev Diary, but check out the size of an unlockable build tile. It is so tiny. I feel like one CS1 tile is like 16 tiles for CS2. So what they did was take an 8-slice pizza and made it to square cuts to make it appear like there's more tiles. Regarding map themes, what I'm hoping for is, for example, in CS1, when the terrain is not level, the building will create a terrain cliff at the back. So if you look at this, for example, this is the zonable area, and then you create a building, then it creates this cliff at the back, right? But what I want for a map theme is, instead of creating a cliff, it would actually like go downwards. It would continue to construct downwards. So if this was the buildable area or the zonable area, the building goes down, and this would be extremely epic if this was a complete map theme or district style, right? And yeah, this would be really cool. This has never been done in CS1, so it would be cool if this were to transpire. Greetings, fellow mayors, this is Captain Obvious, and we continue to review beyond the Dev Diaries on things that most may not have noticed from both the City Services and Electricity and Water Dev Diaries. Traffic lights are not working. If there's no electricity, would traffic lights work? Also, whatever happened to the vehicle lights? In City Skylines 1, the cars had turn signals and brake lights. We have different colored bushes in this scene. Ploppable assets have yet to be mentioned, and I just hope that we get a lot of options. New alert icon. I wonder what that means. Yay, we got an ice cream stand. This brings me back to my vanilla ice cream business that is under a bridge next to a bus stop. That is making a lot of dinero there. A dog park but on gravel makes a comeback in CS2 from CS1. But this dog would rather sit by his owner. This statue, I'm going to be completely honest, and might not be a popular first thought, but I saw Lenin. Even the position and the head shape, but of course it doesn't mean anything. I'm just expressing my honest first reaction, so please don't hate me. So we got fire trucks that appear to be heading to extinguish the trees in flames. For one thing, how did the fire start? It would make sense if a building was on fire, then the tree caught fire, but it seems to be just the trees. Surely a heat wave can't start a forest fire in the evening. Speaking of which, as a reminder that forest fires, tornadoes, and hailstorms are confirmed from the Xbox Achievements leak. There are also rat infestations, and I hope that the meteors and earthquakes are also still possible from the natural disasters in CS1. I would be a happy camper if they included Godzilla, King Kong, an alien invasion, and or a zombie apocalypse. Make it happen, Paradox. Why aren't the sirens on top of the fire trucks blazing? We got vegetation prop from CS1 making its way to CS2, and hopefully it's not built in with the ploppable building. Notice the development stages of the game. No flashing sirens and no brake lights, with flashing sirens and with brake lights. Motorcycles with no drivers, motorcycles with drivers. Here's another view of the Poop River, and we have a lot of details to go through from this view. So this appears to be the university, and it has several extensions that may include its own sports venue. For example, this might be a college or high school with its own sports venue as well. While these so far are base game sports venues that are ploppable anywhere in CS2. This is the elementary school, and we can see the gazebo looking extension in action. Here, they mention that prolonged power outages will force Sims to move out quickly, but how soon would they want to move out? Sad but true, unfortunately, some places have rationed electricity and not everyone can afford to move out immediately. Perhaps a better game mechanic due to power outages instead of moving out would be higher crime rate and low happiness for the neighborhood. which leads to poor work performances that will affect the profits of the businesses. Then the businesses may be forced to close down, which will affect the attractiveness of the city and its profits. What are these pipes? Will they be a part of a building extension? And look, we got rock assets with tiny trees that are growing. Yes, it is confirmed that Sims and plant life have a life cycle. Air and ground pollution is confirmed, but ground pollution is no longer visible. But will we see smog for the air pollution? Check out this Poop River view. I like how there are residents nearby and that they are not abandoned. In reality, there are some dirty rivers and there are residents who live nearby, and it also makes sense that they cannot level up. We got curved pipes, but that's because it's on a curved road, so that makes sense. And these are low density housing that lives near the sewage treatment plant. It's not good for them, but it is realistic because it's possible in real life. This is most likely an extension of the water treatment building. You can now expand your landfill sites just like the industry farms. It was mentioned that you can export electricity and water, but can you also export garbage too? In real life, there are countries that do export garbage. Outside city services are now possible in City Skylines too, but they may cost a little more. A feasible strategy would be to have outside garbage collection, which would reduce the ground pollution in your city. You will just need to set up a better highway connection so the garbage can be collected quickly. Here is a landfill site design that you can do in CS1 by using the ore industry assets to make it appear that garbage will be buried in different terrain levels. You can attach multiple extensions to the same main building, but it would be great if you can create extension roads so the layout would not be redundant. Check out this fountain park. I hope there are more assets with animations in CS2. We are not in New Dollarton or New Teelan City, so I wonder who Rectanglu could be. This is most likely an abandoned building collapse animation. But what if, for a hard mode, all demolished buildings will have this animation and will cost money to demolish and would have to block roads for safety? In City Skylines 2, cemeteries looks phenomenal, but I think it would have been great if you could expand the cemetery area like you can with the garbage and industry farms. New game mechanic includes postal service that increases citizen happiness. In my city, it's going to be called Amazon Delivery. Internet is another new game mechanic that improves citizen quality of life and the profit margins of companies. Feedback from the bigger City Skylines content creators say that generating profit is a challenge in CS2. Let's take a closer look at this mid-rise residential building. It says happy citizens also work efficiently and thus increase companies' efficiency, and when we look at the stats, Amazon Delivery gives plus 7 points, while reliable internet is only plus 1 even when the internet tower is just across the street. So mail delivery is very important. Other stats that caught my attention is spacious homes. I'm not sure what that means. If anyone has any idea, please share in the comments. And when we look at the building residence itself, there are 105 and 4 pets, which makes up to 56 households. So realistic population appears to be confirmed for CS2. Another new game mechanic are unlocking a development tree for each administration category. We are currently at the road development tab and there appears to be 11 categories in total. For this road category, Rectanglu City has the right idea by skipping the Grand Bridge, which is most likely the epic green bridge from the earlier dev diaries. I would also skip unlocking the underground parking and automated parking, so I may save more development points. Meanwhile, the police and administration buildings showcases new mechanics such as a welfare office, city hall, central bank, and the CIA. For a while, I've been thinking of small crimes like mugging, but with the CIA, there could be an entire criminal syndicate in CS2 conducting organized crime. Otherwise, what is that building for? In any case, that's it for today's review and predictions from Dev Diary 5 and 6 videos. On Monday, we're gonna find out if we get an 8-slice pizza or square cut for a total of 441 game tiles. You all take care. Until then, this is Captain Obvious, and I thank you for choosing to fly with Obvious Airlines. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next flight.